Hello, welcome back to another episode of Tony Climbs. This episode here, we're back at Seattle Bouldering Project. I was gone for a week because they were setting for Boulderfest, so I'm doing like more or less one attempt on most, not all, but most climbs here, and just feeling it out, seeing what's going on, seeing what I like, what I don't like. If there's a climb that I found interesting that I was able to get this session, I will probably go back and do it, and I'll call them out as I see them. First couple climbs I felt were just kind of like warm up, getting the juices flowing, kind of getting everything warm. It wasn't a super cold day today, but it wasn't a warm day either walking into the gym, so it was interesting, to say the least. Got this couple green climbs at the beginning that felt very doable. I didn't grade any of these because I feel like they're kind of hard for me to grade, because sometimes they feel like they are at the lower end of their range, but sometimes they feel like out of their range, or they're moves that I feel like I would overgrade or undergrade based on my strengths and weaknesses in climbing. So I kind of left it at a more mysterious kind of grade and everything, because I really don't know. I don't know if this orange one is a V4 or maybe it's a V5, and my strength is just being tall and having long arms. So, and then same with this purple one here. Like, this purple one felt super easy in comparison to that first purple we saw that I wasn't able to complete. And that might just be because that first purple, it was more balancy and I needed to have a certain mindset going into it, and this one was more just raw strength. So, I don't know. That's why I'm kind of not gonna grade them currently. And then as they set more, I'll probably start to get back into the feeling of grading and everything. But yeah, for right now, we're gonna kind of keep it anonymous, I guess. This orange one kicked my butt, but I really do want to see it done at least. Hit this move here. I think I gotta get that foot there, and I don't know how I need to do this, but I tried to matching was not the play. It felt very difficult, but we try again. That's all we can do. But yeah, I'll definitely want to go back and try that one again. This green one felt like a super fun climb. I don't know if I would rate it in the green range, or I'd probably rate it more at the upper end of the green range than anything, but it felt really good, really fun, and solid climb. This orange one, however, though, was a little bit of a dyno, and giving one attempt to this dyno, there was very little chance I was going to get this. So I really tried, but yeah, I definitely needed to work my self-confidence up for that one. So something like that, it's going to take a little bit longer for me to do. So I need more than one session. Definitely want to go back there, or more than one attempt, sorry. I want to go back there and try it again. So that's what I'll do. Probably maybe Wednesday. I know, so right now they're setting that far wall you saw the ladder kind of for a split second. So maybe I'll be working in that area. Not 100% sure right now. I don't really know which one I'll be doing, but it'll be one of them. Yeah. So for this red one here, super easy. And then this green one was I don't know, to me, red and green are very similar in difficulty. They're next to each other. They have a decent amount of overlap and everything, but this felt, okay, actually reevaluating now, kind of just in my brain, I guess this felt about the same difficulty, maybe a little less difficult, just because of, or not a little less difficult, but about the same difficulty, maybe one grade higher and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think the way they set is way different than how they normally set. They get a lot more dynamic moves and a lot more different styles of climbing. This yellow one, for example, it is very simple. All you have to do is learn to sit down and do this, but I don't know if I would call that a V0, because I don't think it's super intuitive for a new climber to sit on a hold. And for me, a V0 should quite literally be like anyone's first time. They should be able to complete that move without any help from anyone. And I'm sure most people could, but I don't think everyone could. But that's my own personal opinion. I don't know. And you know, maybe I'm like looking too deep into it and everything, and I just need to like chill out. But yeah, this black climb, however, is a little scary, just because you got to trust that foot and stand up. And I was not ready to trust that foot, so I was trying to look for literally anything else to grab onto. Did not work. This black climb as well. I kind of gave it one shot there, but then I was like, okay, wait a second here. Let me kind of throw myself more into it. And that felt way better. So going forward, I need to know, okay, we're going to thrust the hips kind of more into the wall and everything, just so that I can get a better send going. And then this red climb here kind of kicked my butt. I don't know why I decided to reach through my body there with my left arm rather than just reaching with my right. I try to correct the mistake here. But like, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking here, but for some reason I like kind of stepped there and then I just fall back. I wasn't holding anything with my left hand, so I was confused about that. I don't know. It was bad all around, but it was definitely a climb that I need to go back and try. It's a red climb, but again, that's one of those climbs where I feel like I would rate that super hard, and I think it's just because that's my weakness. But that green climb felt super easy in comparison. So again, another climb here that I want to go back and try and work on some more. I gave it one try here, really just like kind of stood up into this hold, really holding on to that. And then instead of going for that upper hold, I went for that lower one just because I didn't really know spatially where I was. And, you know, I kind of missed it, but that's okay. Then I tried this purple climb, which I think this is where I made my mistake, is kind of getting my body set like this. I think I needed to do something different, or maybe just skip that hold entirely and go for that hold up there. But here, this was very difficult for me for sure. I think I needed to do something like this, like maybe a Gaston or something, but not too sure. And then we have this green climb here. Definitely felt super doable here. I actually really like this one. It's it kind of gets you, I think it helped, kind of like made me think more about my body position and like how I want to approach this climb. So that was something maybe to look out for if you're doing this. And then this climb as well is interesting. So initially here I started off with my feet swapped the wrong direction. As you can see, I can't really reach, and I'm like trying to swap my feet back. And I was like, okay, let me just do it this way. I like didn't really trust that left foot, and so I didn't trust to stand up on it fully. So I was like, okay, let's bail out of that. And now here, standing up, walk the hands up just a little bit, and then I kind of just lean over, grab onto this, match it, and then swing on over. Get that foot up. Get the hand across, bump this up. This move here was a little sketchy. Didn't quite get the toe, but then I got the toe. And then I kind of stand up, kind of trying to shift my weight over onto that left foot. I'm here, and then you see my hand go up, and I don't quite have the reach there, and I bail out. So that's a climb I definitely want to go back and do again. It was super fun, and it felt very rewarding to do. So those climbs specifically are great to keep on going. And then here we have this red climb. Nothing too crazy about it. Kind of like an awkward red climb though, but definitely doable for most people, I feel like. Get the foot up onto here, and then bump that right hand up, and then mash onto the volume there. Boom. Felt good. Finishing off with the last couple climbs here. This purple felt very like deceptively easy. I felt like I did something wrong, and then I realized I can just reach the top here, and then I have a nice little foot there. Boom, match onto that. And then last but certainly not least, this red climb here with this very mysterious smiley face on the volume. Get the hand across, step through, and then boom, one hand, two hand, and we're done. Tail of the tape, nothing too crazy, you know. It's not unheard of for me to fail on a red climb. It's happened before. Failed on a green earlier this year. So yeah, I'm not super bummed out about it. I think that's just more about like how I position my feet and how I trust my body and trust the feet and everything. And I feel like that's more of a mental thing for me, where the black climbs felt more like physically difficult. But yeah, overall, super happy with the session. Excited to be back and get into like a nice rhythm of everything. But yeah, thanks for watching, like and subscribe. And as always, keep on climbing.